But if you know what you're doing, boo, and you know how to slay somebody's hair, then you can start your locks yourself. What's up, Lock family? Welcome back to JAZZIE Locks. I'm your girl Jazz. I'm back with another video. If you're new here, welcome, friend. Glad to have you. I'm Jazz. I create lock content. Hope you like what you see on my channel. You decide to subscribe. All right, guys. What is up, Lock family? Happy Friday. I am back with another video. So today's video is going to be targeted towards those of you all who are thinking about starting locks. I know you already have seen the title. Today we're going to be talking about who you should let start your locks. Meaning, should you go to a loctician? Should you let a braid shop start your locks? Should you let your homegirl down the street start your locks? Or should you start your locks yourself? So we're going to be tackling those issues today to break down who really should be starting your locks. So before we get into the video, I'm going to go ahead and let you all know. Somebody told me that y'all watching my videos and y'all have not subscribed. So I'll give you a second to join the Lock family. And subscribe yet? Good. Alright, also I do have a new video up on my other channel, The Life of JAZZIE Locks. Me and hubby did a date night. The kids went down with their grandparents for the weekend, so me and hubby did a little cute little date night. So if you want to check out that vlog, head on over to my other channel. Over there I do more things: casual, girl talk, girl chat, vlogs, things of that sort, entrepreneur life. You know, you get the gist. So if you want to see a more in-depth look of JAZZIE, go ahead on over to my other channel and subscribe also. Well, I'm not going to hold you too much longer. Let's go ahead and get into what we're here for today. So I am going to go ahead and give you a disclaimer. If you hear any bumps, any loud noise, any loud talking in the background, that's my boys. So normally I film when my oldest is at pre-K and while my youngest is taking a nap. But today I wasn't feeling the best the early part of the day. So your girl is up filming in the afternoon. So that's why you hear noises. If you hear anything in the background, try to ignore it. So that's what's going on. Let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right. So the first thing you should consider when you're trying to figure out who should start your locks is, what kind of locks do you want, boo? Meaning, are you familiar with the parting size? Do you want your parts to be diamond? Do you want your parts to be square? Do you want your parts to be grab and go? Or you don't even care about the parts. It don't matter. You just want locks in general. But all of those is very, very important when trying to figure out who should start your locks. So let me elaborate. So if you're really worried about having a particular look, if you want your locks to be all uniformed and you want your parts to be square and even, or diamond and even all the way down to the parting in the front. Meaning, when I went to my loctician made sure she did my locks to where I can wear it evenly down the middle, or I can wear it this way, or I can wear it that way. And I know you're like, what? No, seriously. So sometimes when people get their locks started, they're not able to wear a middle part because a lock may be started right here and it's not even. So all of that is very, very important when trying to figure out who you want to start your locks. If you want a more uniform look, it's best to go to a loctician because they're specialized in doing that. If you're somebody who don't care about the parting system and you don't really care about the parts being even, you even okay with just the person just grabbing your hair and then just starting your starter locks with whatever method you choose to do it with, then you more so can go to your homegirl, or you can do it yourself, or you can go to a braiding shop. So it's very, very important to know what you're trying to accomplish with getting your locks started. So that's the first thing. The second thing you should be worrying about is when you're trying to figure out who to start your locks is your lock size. Do you want small locks? Do you want medium small locks, kind of like mine? I would consider my locks medium small. Or do you want large locks? Like, what size do you want your locks to be? That's very, very important also when trying to figure out who should start your locks, because if you just go to somebody in general, if you're very, very particular about your size, you just go and do it yourself, or you go let someone you know do it who's not skilled in it, then it's a possibility they may not get your sizing right. Versus if you go to a loctician, they're skilled in doing that. They're skilled in doing locks. They know how to start your locks the right way with the right amount of hair to be able to form that size that you want. Or they can tell you in the beginning, well, your hair is kind of on a thin side, so you're not able to get thin locks. Or if you want small locks, they may tell you, well, you know, they're able to feel your hair out and tell you what size would be best for you, and y'all can go from there. If you go to a braid shop, I'm just gonna be honest, with braid shops, they're really not skilled in doing locks, so they possibly can do it the right way. But I know from my husband's experience, when he went to let a braid shop start his locks, he was unhappy both times. It took him having to go to our actual loctician for him to be happy with the set of locks that was started. So braid shops possibly can do it, but it's best if you're very, very big on the sizing, the parting, looking uniform, so just go to a loctician. And that's not everybody goes. Some people, they're not really big on the uniform look, or they're not really big on it having to be a certain size. You know, they just want locks in general. So it just really just depends on whatever you're trying to accomplish with your locks. Okay, so the third thing to consider to think about who's starting your locks is, what's the method you want, boo? Meaning, how do you want to start your locks? Do you want to start your locks with comb coils? The comb coils is the little bitty curls that you kind of just make a little coil and it look like a curl, and eventually it begin to form into a lock. Do you want 2-strand twists? That's basically like twist, you know, like, you know, you twist your hair. The best way I can describe 2-strand twist is basically when you're natural. Most girls in the natural hair community wear their hair like this. It's basically when you twist your hair into twists, you take it loose, it be all pretty and curly. But instead, you're wearing them twists at all times. You're starting your locks that way. Do you want to start your locks with braids? Meaning you actually get somebody to braid your hair into little individual plaits. Do you want to start your locks with weave? Meaning you literally can get individual plaits or individual passion twists, or any type of thing you have in mind with weave, and start your locks that way. Once your hair begins to lock, then you maybe can do away with the braid once it begins to grow out. Or do you want instant locks? Meaning you get locks instantly. Now, all the ones I just mentioned, you go to different people for all of those. Now, it's time to break down and see who should do what. If you're thinking about comb coils, or if you're thinking about 2-strand twists, I believe those styles is a loctician can do that for you. Or if you're thinking about starting your long locks, you can do that yourself. Only thing about it, it just depends on what your goal is. As I mentioned earlier, if you're really big on how you want your locks to look, far as parting, far as sizing, and you're inexperienced with doing locks, then I would suggest to go to a loctician. But if you know what you're doing, boo, and you know how to slay somebody's hair, then you can start your locks yourself. Now, when it comes to starting with braids, I would suggest going to a braiding shop because they are specialized in doing that. So they can start your passion twist that way. They can start your braids that way, things of that sort. If you want instant locks, it's best to figure out who specializes in doing that. So let me elaborate. A lot of times people will assume just because the person is a loctician, they know how to do instant locks. And that's not all the way true. I don't think my loctician does instant locks, to be exact. But it's very important to make sure you do your research and make sure the person that you're going to can actually do instant locks. Look at their work, look at their reviews to figure out if you want them to start your instant locks. If you want to start with actual braids, with weave, then I would suggest you going to a braiding shop because they specialize in braids or twists. And they can be able to tell you what to do in regards to starting your locks that way. And lastly, if you want sister locks, then you should find you a sister lock shop or a brother lock shop. So Let me elaborate on that. Just because the loctician does traditional locks does not mean they can do sister locks or brother locks. Like my loctician, she don't do sister locks. Not saying she's not specialized in it, but she don't do them. Other lock shops I know, they don't do sister locks or brother locks. So it's very, very important to do your research to figure out who does the locks that you want and who does the exact method. Now micro locks, I'm pretty sure that the person who specializes in sister locks can do micro locks as well. And I know you're like, well, what's the difference? It's a difference. With sister locks, you're literally getting like a tiny strand of hair. And I think they do it through an interlocking method, and you do it that way. With micro locks, I think with micro locks, it's parted a certain way, but it's a little bit more hair than when you have sister locks and traditional locks. It's in between small locks and sister locks. That's the best way I can describe micro locks. I may be wrong and may need a little bit of more clarification. So if you're somebody who have sister locks or micro locks who are watching this video, leave in the comments and let me know the difference between the two. But yeah, so that's very, very important when trying to figure out who should start your locks and the method. If you want freeform locks, then you may can do it yourself, because with freeform locks, it's not a particular look that you want. You're just kind of letting your locks do what you want it to do. So it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish, what kind of locks you want, the method that you want, etc., etc., etc. Well, I have broke down to you the things that you should consider to figure out who you should let start your locks. If you have any input on what I say, please let me know in the comments below. I hope this video is helpful to you all. I hope you're able to find the right person to start your locks for you. I catch you all in this video. Deuces.